Okay, so for this part, for the last question, for your objective question, yeah. Okay, so let's just discuss the answer. The answer is A. So for this one, you're going to study about heat of combustion. So heat of combustion is different from the previous question, question 4, because combustion is when you react something with excess oxygen to produce carbon dioxide and water. So this is combustion. So that is the base of combustion. So in this case, it uses propanol. Propanol is C3H7OH. So how do I know? Later I teach you. Okay. So you can read this question. So 20 grams is burned completely, excess oxygen, heat release is 250 centimeter cube, and increases the water temperature. So we need to calculate heat of combustion. So this seems easy, right? So you just need to from this question here, I know that what I need to have is I need to find the value of Q, and then next is I need to find the value of delta H from doing, first is Q, second is find the value of delta H doing stoichiometric relationship. Stoichiometric relationship, I repeat once again, is like the based on equation blah 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 reacts with blah blah blah. Okay, so from this one, first step here, I do Q equals to mc theta. So based on the info given, we have this. Wait, sorry. We have this. So remember 1 cm cube is equals to 1 gram. So 250 cm cube would be 250 grams times with the constant 4.2 and then the temperature change. So you'll have this 28350 joules. So remember to change into kilojoules lah. So next is we need to construct the chemical equation. So this can be your first step or the second step. So what is the purpose of constructing chemical equation for this combustion reaction is so that we know that this value here is completely 1, either 1 or you know lah, because you'll never know, just to be safe. But typically this value here would be 1 lah. So you need to come up with the equation. So first we do propanol first. We um, we determine the chemical formula for propanol first. So how is you can apply your knowledge from your chapter 2 from 5. So your chapter 2 from 5, propanol is prop is 3 carbon, right? So you do 3 chains of carbon. Okay, and then remember the last carbon is connected to OH, so you are left with these bonds. So these 3 bonds would be your H lah. Okay, so you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 H. 7H combined with this, actually 8H. So you can do C3H8O or you can do C3H7OH, up to you. So that will be your chemical formula for propanol. And then remember, for every carbon you should always have maximum of 4 chains. Okay, 1 1 2 3 4. Okay, 4 bonds. So one carbon can connect with 4 other elements. Okay, that's it. So and then just extra knowledge, if this carbon has double bond, it means that it can only have 2 extra bonds left, because you see 1 2 3 4 bonds, 1 2 3 4 bonds already. If 3 carbons, you can only fit 1, because 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay, so continue with this main question here. So we come up with the equation lah. Typically, if combustion is the substance react with excess oxygen, produce carbon dioxide and then H2O. This is in case of excess oxygen. If you have limited oxygen, you'll produce carbon monoxide. Okay. So besides going on to this question, next step is to balance. So you have this as your final answer lah. The step is you either balance H or C first. Okay, so I try to balance. What I did here is I balance the H first. So H we have 8, so I do this, and then I balance the C, and then I balance the oxygen. So the value of oxygen is this plus 1. So we have 6 plus sorry, wrong, times, and then times. So 3 times 2 and 4 times 1. So the value is 10 oxygen. So make oxygen here also 10 lah. But okay, this one is wrong already because I didn't notice this one here. So what you need to do is you just write 10 over 2 here. Okay, wait, correct, because you write 9 over 2. You need 9 more oxygen. Okay, so because at this right side you have 10 gun, at this left side you have 1, and then you have how many should you have divide with? How many times with 2? Because this oxygen here have 2 kan, so you times with 2 lah. So therefore we need 9, so we do 9 lah. But I plus divide 2 so that when we times 2 here, we can cut this out. We have only 9, and then this will be 10. So this one already balanced. Okay. So next step after we balance, we do the final chemical equation is this. Let me do my correction first. 9 divided by 2. Okay. After that we do we find mole for propanol. So why do we need to find mole for propanol? Because if we're trying to find the delta H given the Q value, we need to use stoichiometric relationship. So that's why we need to find mole lah. So first is since the molarity of propanol not given and the volume of propanol also not given, we use the mole concept method. So the thing that is given is only mass, so automatically mass and molar mass lah. So you already have molar mass here, so you try to find the molar mass first, and then you find the mole for propanol. So I prefer to use fraction. If the final answer is fraction, I use fraction because how to explain, because your answer would be more accurate, because this is the actual value. If I use this is the value that we've bundar is, what do you call bundar in English? I forgot already, but this is the actual value lah. I prefer to use fraction because it's the actual value. So next we do the stoichiometric relationship. So 1 over 3 moles of propanol will produce 28.35 kilojoules of heat. So therefore 1 mole of C3H7OH propanol. So how do I know 1 mole? Because from this chemical equation, here is 1 mole. So 1 mole of C3H7OH produce delta H of heat. So if you find delta H, this one times this one divided with this one. So you have 85.05 kilojoule per mole. So since combustion releases heat, we need to include negative sign here. So your final answer should be A. Okay? Okay, finish. Okay, wait. is the answer not negative? Okay, this answer scheme is not wrong, because if really final answer, if you're trying to find the apa nih, delta H, you include the negative. If you're trying to find the heat of combustion, you don't need the negative, because the negative is just to show that it's an exothermic reaction. So if you want to prove that it's an exothermic reaction, you include the negative. In this case, the question only wants the heat of combustion, therefore you don't need the negative sign. Okay, so that is all for paper 1. So I'm surprised of these two high difficulty questions. Okay, so okay, it's very good to for your mastery lah, for you to master this chapter. So my next video will be on paper 2. Okay, bye.